Today we shall be discussing about the different pollutants and the pollution created by them. So by pollution what we mean actually is an environmental condition, we can say, where some adversity is being created in the environment because of certain waste. Whatever we are using today becomes a waste for tomorrow. Tomorrow it becomes a waste, isn't it? So that very waste is either to be handled with care, it should be recycled, or it should get decomposed. Otherwise it will be remaining somewhere in the environment, in this entire world. So, coming to this, those wastes that are of no importance to us after a certain time create some level of adverse effect in the environment, and that creates adversities in our life, and that is the pollution. So, we can say like this, that pollution is the introduction of harmful materials into the environment, and these harmful materials are the pollutants themselves. Now, they can be natural pollutants such as the volcanic ash, likewise, after a wildfire happens, the ash, and they can be man made, that is, the waste that is created because of human activities, such as the trash that is generated after certain consumptions. And the pollution is known to cause severe damage in terms of quality of air, water, and soil. So once they are decomposable or degradable, they can be handled in some way, and once they are non-degradable by the microorganisms in the entire environment, they are there to remain for future, either to be recycled or to be purposefully changed into something else. Now, coming to the pollution of water, it is the contamination of the water source by substances which make the water unsuitable for drinking, for cooking, for cleaning, swimming, and other activities. So, the pollutants here might be like, they can be microorganisms, they can be various parasites of the environment, they can be different chemicals that we use for our other activities, and they then generate uh, ill effects for the in the level of water, and therefore make the water unsuitable for further use. And as we already know that water is such an essential a natural resource that is required for every activity. And if we talk about the different pollutant sources, there can be the industrial pollution, say it can be the electroplating industry, the chemical industries, the different paint and dye industries, pesticide and fertilizer industries, whichever way we look at, their effluents are harmful if not well treated and further released into the water bodies, right? Next, another as we were telling that there are fertilizer and pesticide industries which are relatable when they are disposed from the industry itself, but these are also used in the agricultural field as and when required. So, the runoff water from the agricultural field into the nearby water body does also contain the surplus of the fertilizer and the chemical pesticides, and therefore they also pollute the water, which is again a point of important assessment. And we can't neglect this area as well. Next, we come across certain natural pollutants of water, say, for example, the arsenic, the fluoride contamination in water. So, fluoride can be found as different mineral source like fluorite, then there is cryolite, and the most affected states do include Haryana, Rajasthan, and others. If we come across discussing the arsenic water pollution, a large number of districts in West Bengal are affected by arsenic. Apart from the states of Jharkhand, there is Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, which are also highly contaminated with arsenic in the groundwater. So actually arsenic is naturally present at higher level in the groundwater of several places, and it is highly toxic in its inorganic form, and the water that has arsenic is therefore unsuitable for drinking, food preparation, and even for irrigational purposes, because once we use this arsenic contaminated water for irrigation, it will also be included into the food crops that will create greatest threat to public health further. And if exposed for a longer time by arsenic contaminated drinking water, it can even lead to the occurrence of cancer, apart from different skin problems and skin lesions. Also, we must understand that arsenic contamination in water and its drinking is again associated with some cardiovascular disease and even diabetes. And if we come across the different types of pollution, there can be the natural pollution or man made, which is also called anthropogenic pollution. And according to the different kind of wastes, they can be pollution may be created by biodegradable waste and non biodegradable waste, and how the waste is being generated. On that process, we can differentiate pollution and the pollutants as per the primary pollutants being created, first of all, because of certain environmental situations that might create them. And then the primary pollutants react among themselves to generate secondary pollutants, and they can again be divided into biodegradable or non-degradable and hazardous wastes as per the nature of them, their activities, how much they do affect or not. As per the source of generation of the pollution, they can be from industries, they can be from urban areas, from commercial areas, from household, also called domestic waste, and even agricultural wastes. Hope we can relate to the different